My arrogant sister stood guard at luxury hotel doors, sneering, "This place is too expensive for failures like you." Little did she know, I owned every marble tile beneath her designer heels. Her face when she discovered the truth. Priceless. Main story, 7-minute read. Victoria positioned herself like a bouncer at the gleaming entrance, designer heels clicking against marble as she crossed her arms. "Sorry, Emma," she announced loud enough for every guest to hear, "but this establishment has standards. Maybe try the motel down the street instead." Behind her, crystal chandeliers cast golden light across my lobby. Yes, my lobby, though she remained blissfully unaware of this delicious irony. Mother's grip tightened on my arm like a vice. "Please don't cause a scene," she whispered desperately, her voice trembling with familiar anxiety. "Your father's reputation is already hanging by a thread." Reputation. He'd spent years systematically demolishing mine at every family gathering while Victoria applauded enthusiastically from the sidelines, treating my humiliation like premium entertainment. But patience had taught me something precious over these brutal months. Revenge served ice-cold cuts infinitely deeper than any heated argument ever could. Sometimes the most devastating victories require perfect timing and theatrical precision. Then Marcus Wellington arrived like clockwork. Father's intimidating boss, the powerful man who controlled every single aspect of his corporate future with an iron fist. Marcus's sharp eyes swept past Victoria's increasingly smug expression and landed directly on me with unmistakable recognition. "Ms. Emma," he said respectfully, extending his hand with genuine warmth while Victoria's supreme confidence began cracking like cheap paint under pressure. Our sisterly relationship hadn't always been this toxic warfare. During our innocent childhood years, Victoria would carefully braid my hair each morning before school with gentle fingers. I'd create elaborate alibis when she missed curfew, covering for her teenage rebellions. We were genuine allies, inseparable partners until my unprecedented success became her personal failure and deepest shame. The very first public attack came during Christmas dinner 3 years ago, a night that changed everything forever. Wine flowing freely, her voice sharp as broken glass cutting through festive laughter. Well, at least my engagement didn't implode spectacularly 2 weeks before the altar like some people's. Everyone laughed uproariously while I smiled through the crushing humiliation, feeling her metaphorical blade twist slowly between my ribs. Family betrayal starts so subtly. Casual jokes here, dismissive comments there, strategic eye rolls during important conversations, until suddenly you're standing outside your own multimillion-dollar property while your sister performs elaborate security theater for an audience. 6 months earlier had marked my absolute breaking point, the moment everything crystallized. Father had publicly called me financially reckless and immature for refusing to invest in his friend's obviously doomed restaurant venture during a crowded business dinner. Victoria sat there sipping expensive champagne, savoring every syllable of his harsh criticism like fine wine. Days later, she systematically flooded social media with carefully curated photos of herself lounging luxuriously in opulent hotel suites, captioning them strategically. "Found the perfect 5-star escape Emma could never dream of affording." The cruel irony. She didn't know the shell corporation owning that exact property belonged entirely to me. I'd specifically instructed my staff to treat her like absolute royalty while she unknowingly mocked her own sister's business empire. That pivotal night, I stopped trying desperately to earn their grudging approval. Instead, I decided to completely rewrite our entire family narrative with surgical precision. Revenge rule number 1. Never announce your true intentions. Rule number 2. Actively encourage their dangerous overconfidence. I went completely silent in family group chats, let Victoria continue posting those unwittingly ironic photos in her favorite hotel, and quietly purchased the strategically adjacent building through anonymous intermediaries. After extensive renovations costing millions, I transformed it into the city's most exclusive event space, complete with imported marble and crystal fixtures. Then I personally invited Marcus Wellington to attend the grand opening celebration, knowing Father desperately needed his approval for an upcoming promotion that would define his career. Perfect timing would be absolutely everything in this delicate operation. 2 weeks before the highly anticipated launch, I called Mother casually, mentioning I'd be visiting town for business. She immediately suggested we visit that lovely hotel Victoria always talks about so enthusiastically. Walking straight into my carefully constructed trap, she had absolutely no idea what awaited our unsuspecting family. Victoria spotted us instantly upon arrival, positioning herself like hired private security. "Not sure you can handle the drink prices in there," she announced triumphantly, ensuring maximum public embarrassment before the growing crowd. Mother hissed urgent warnings about discretion while father lingered nearby strategically, that familiar smirk of cruel approval playing across his weathered lips. Exactly what I'd hoped for with mathematical precision. Marcus Wellington's perfectly timed arrival changed everything instantly. "Ms. Emma," he said warmly, offering his hand with obvious respect while Victoria's expression shifted dramatically from triumph to visible confusion. He turned toward father with genuine surprise etched across his features. "You never mentioned your daughter owns the most profitable luxury property in our entire metropolitan area." Complete silence consumed the vast marble lobby like a suffocating blanket. Mother's eyes widened in absolute shock. Father's face drained completely of color, resembling aged parchment. Victoria looked exactly like someone had literally pulled the solid ground from beneath her expensive feet. "Shall we head inside?" I suggested sweetly, my voice dripping with honey. The professional staff greeted me respectfully by name throughout the elegant lobby. Distinguished guests nodded politely in acknowledgement. I guided my thoroughly stunned family past the prominent golden plaque displaying both the hotel's prestigious name and mine as the sole owner, then continued seamlessly next door to my event hall's spectacular grand opening. The magnificent space absolutely buzzed with electric energy. Prominent reporters, influential bloggers, distinguished business leaders, literally everyone who mattered in our exclusive social circle. Marcus Wellington was genuinely impressed by both the impressive turnout and the space's elegant atmosphere. "I can clearly see where the real business acumen in this family truly originates," he announced publicly, his voice carrying clearly enough for nearby guests to hear every word distinctly. Father's long-awaited promotion disappeared completely in that single devastating moment. Not because I had directly sabotaged his career trajectory, but because his powerful boss had just witnessed firsthand who actually wielded genuine influence and commanded real respect in our city. Within 1 week, our family group chat fell completely silent like a tomb. Victoria systematically deleted every single hotel photo from all her social media accounts. Father avoided my phone calls entirely, too ashamed to face the consequences. Mother attempted playing desperate peacekeeper, but we all understood the power dynamic had shifted permanently and irreversibly. I felt absolutely no guilt whatsoever about the outcome. They'd spent years systematically underestimating my capabilities, treating my hard-earned achievements like lucky accidents rather than the result of dedication and intelligence. Sometimes the most satisfying victories come from simply allowing people to witness your true worth. The sweetest part. Victoria now works as a junior manager at a competing hotel chain, while I've expanded my empire to include 3 more luxury properties. Every time she posts about her career achievements, I smile knowing she's still living in the shadow of the empire she once mocked.